Greetings, fellow action figure connoisseurs, and welcome to another episode of Digital Caveman Presents. I, as always, am your host, the Digital Caveman, and today I will be presenting you with Transformers War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom, Wingfinger, the Fossilizer. Thanks for watching my video, or any of my other videos you may have run across, which I hope is all of them that you watched. I do appreciate each and every single view that I get. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Every view does count. Leave a comment below, like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews, and don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified when my new content becomes available. Now, with all that said, let's get into it! And as we always do here on Digital Caveman Presents, let's take a look at the packaging. Pretty standard Kingdom packaging that we are used to by this point. Let's move the camera up just a little bit. No, I didn't say turn over that way. What's the matter with you, thing? Get up there. Too many cords, folks. I got too many cords. Pulling this way and that way and the other way. But anyway, here we go. Wingfinger and Cybertronian. Takara Tomy, Generations. Transformers. Transformers, War for Cybertron Trilogy Kingdom. 8 and Up Hasbro. Then we have the lovely Kingdom artwork that continues over onto the side, where it shows him in robot mode, and the arc, and the volcano, and all of that good stuff. Then you can see on the insert, and there's golden disc etchings, I guess you might say. On the top, he's a Maximal. So finally, we got a Fossilizer Maximal Transformer War for Cybertron Trilogy Recycled WFCK25. Awesome. On the bottom, small print, fine print, legalese print, made in Vietnam, symbols I'm not going to learn, and a barcode. On the back of the box, the lovely product shots. You can transform him from robot to pterodactyl bone thing in 14 steps. He comes in all these pieces, and you can make this stuff. Which I'm not going to do, because I don't ever do that. Hasbro, small print, fine print, legalese print, all that print. Don't stick things in your pie hole. Don't stick things in your French pie hole, your German pie hole, your all kind of different languages pie holes. Is there a Russian pie hole in there? I don't know. I don't speak all that stuff. I'm sorry. If you do, though, more power to you. Also, within the confines of the packaging, we have the nice instruction manual. Wingfinger, Cybertronian Transformers, Kingdom, Autobots, Decepticons. And nicely illustrated. Nicely colored at this point. And it shows you all the steps to transform it from robot to fossil. Then it shows you how to make that. Then it shows you how to make all that. And that does it for the instruction manual. Let's check the inside and see which card I got. Oh, there's that stupid insert. Who cares? Alright, let's see. I can get it out of here. There we go. Got it out. Close this all back up. I should probably do all that off camera, but I didn't. Sorry. And this is a new card for me. I got Megatron. Decepticons. And then, if you peel the top layer off, Galvatron. So very nice. That's nice. I have a Megatron and a Galvatron card now. I can make it either one if I want. And there's a dinosaur or Scorponok or something off there in the distance. But anyway, that does it for the packaging. Now let's take a look at Wingfinger in his fossil mode. He's very bony looking. He said comedically, and no one laughed. So as you can see, he has lots of articulated points. This is the way that the instructions say to have him transformed. If you adjust it just a little bit, he can stand, but look at those paint apps right there first. I mean, he's the boniest looking fossilizer of all the bone dudes. He's bony enough he could hang out with Skeletor. There's his maximal symbol. And the mouth does open. In fact, it'll open that much. I don't think it needs to, though. That's pretty good. That's about where it stops. And it will close up automatically there. Now, in order to get him to stand up, you do have to tweak a few things. Turn that up. And then turn this part. And then same thing on this side. Flip this up. Turn it so that the fist is facing up. And then turn this whole leg assembly there. And with a little bit of adjustment, he will perch. See? Awesome. And while we've got him perched, well, that's the next segment, isn't it? So, he's a very nice fossilizer. Next up, we will take a look at comparisons. And now for a look at comparisons in alt mode. With me as always is Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. Leader class Alternate Universe or Dead Optimus Prime. Let me move these guys over just a bit. There, that's better. Core class Vertebrake, which I'm going to call a fossilizer, whether he is or not. He's bony and he looks like a fossilizer, so I'm going to say he's a fossilizer. Even if he doesn't have the fossilizer gimmick. Next up, we have Paleotrex, who is a deluxe class, just like Wingfinger. Also a fossilizer. And deluxe class Ractonite, who is also a fossilizer. And that, my friends, does it for the comparisons. Now that brings us to the comedy portion of our show, where I attempt to transform a transformer. And that doesn't want to come off. Give me just a second, folks. Alright, first you want to pull that out of this. Same thing on the other side. And it does take a little bit of pressure. And I do have the instructions on standby. So let's just pull this thing all apart. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Okay, got all that pulled apart. And turn these. As you can see, that's going to become the elbow joint. And turn that. Pull that out and turn it. I like for these pegs to face back. Now let me see if I can figure out what else I'm supposed to do. And I think that piece plugs into there. And you fold the legs down. And I'm assuming with these ports to the back, but I could be wrong. We can fix that easily. I just turning these around. Now the feet are facing out like they are supposed to. And I do believe this goes right there. It does tend to make him a little back heavy. Raise this up a little bit. Needs to shed some more light on the subject. There we go. And then for his head, there we go. That's it. Now, these parts, there's tabs right here and slots right here. So you could technically take that off. And when he's not using his weapons, they will store on the back of his arm, probably opposite way of which I just put it. That looks a little better. If I can get it on there. And then we'll just snap that back into place. Maybe. There we go. And there he is, Wingfinger, all transformed. That wasn't too hard, was it? Now let's take a closer look at Wingfinger in his, I dropped stuff mode. No, in his robot mode. Found the stuff I dropped. Let's take a look at the head. Nice black and I'm thinking blue up in there for his face. Nice maximal symbol right there on his forehead. White and off-white where it should be, black where it should be. I'd have to say this guy is probably the most symmetrical of the fossilizers. Let's take a little look at his accessories, if that's what you want to call it. There's one of his swords. And it'll fit right there in his hand. And the other one is pretty much exactly the same. So there he goes with that. As far as articulation goes, the head will spin all the way around. We'll look down that far and up about that far. And a little bit of waggle. Arm will go 360 degrees all the way around. Up that high. Raise your hands if you're sure. And he has a single joint elbow right there and gives you about 90. Right at 90. And for, well, I won't really say the waist, it's more up here in the upper torso. There's rotation, he can spin all the way around. You just have to watch, he likes to come out of that spot. Legs will go. Wow. He can jump for joy. I think I may have these knee joints turned backwards, but it's got a joint there, and there is another joint here, and so he does get double jointed knee, kinda. He can kick up all the way. He can kick back that far due to this pelvis bone being in the way. Ankles, there is no rocker, but does have tilt. And these can be moved independently. So there we go. A look at Wingfinger's robot mode. And I'm going to set him there because you guys know what's next. Now let's start off our comparisons with, of course, if I can get him untangled from this mess he's in, Titans Returns Legends class Bumblebee. Leader class Netflix Optimus Prime. Core class Vertebrake. Deluxe class Fossilizer Paleotrex. And still my favorite, Deluxe class Fossilizer Ractonite. If you'll stand up. There we go. There we go, Ractonite. And Wingfinger is slim, at least compared to the other two Deluxe class Fossilizers. And that's fine. He is a sprightly fellow, I suppose, because he's bones and he has to fly under his own power with wings that don't exist. But he is also the easiest one to transform. And that does it for comparisons. For final thoughts on Wingfinger, I kind of touched on it. Dang it, bumped the camera. You guys are used to it. I kind of touched on it a little bit in the last section. He seems to be the slimmest of the fossilizers. However, he is also the most easily transformed one, in my opinion. I think he's a great addition. His weaponizer modes, I may have to check out. They look kind of cool. But I'm not ever going to really use him in my display that way. He may even stay in robot mode. I think he may have the best robot mode fossilizer so far. Maybe. Kinda. I don't know. Ractonite's still kind of my favorite. But nothing wrong with this guy. Finally, a fossilizer for the Maximals. I was beginning to think they were all going to be Predacons, which would have suited me just fine. But there he is, Wingfinger. Unfortunately, I haven't figured out any combo modes for the three of them yet. If I do ever figure some out, I guess I'll do a review on it, or at least drop some photos on Discord and Instagram. But that does it for the review, folks. I thank you for watching this video or any of my other videos you may have watched, which I hope is all of them. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and thank you. Each and every single view counts. I do appreciate each and every single view. Thank you again. If you feel so disposed, leave a comment below. Like, share, subscribe if you'd like to see more reviews. And don't forget to ding that bell so that in the future you will be notified as my new content becomes available. Well, that's a wrap, folks. See you next time.